resume. Sorry, okay, go on.
Hare Krishna. The son of Devagi, the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows, as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Let's take blessings from Shri Shri. This is deities of Sebrang Iskon, Ms. Goranita. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravadi Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Oh, that's it. So this last part I encourage everybody to join me with the chanting. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gita Mahatmya. Samasundram Prabhu.
One who neither recites nor hears the Gita, which is the embodiment of ambrosia, drops nectar from his hand in order to drink poison.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So comparison of not reading to taking poison. Okay, so we have a beautiful nectar, so we want to drink the nectar. Okay, moving on. Okay, as usual, we want to recap. The other day we did not recap our chapter 9, so let's do very fast. Okay, so what's the topic of the chapter 9? What is the topic of the chapter 9?
The most confidential knowledge.
Okay. So, all right. Okay, so Krishna wanted to give the most confidential knowledge. You remember the qualification? What's the qualification, or how do we hear it? I mean, sorry, how do we get the knowledge? Okay, most confidential knowledge. The confidential knowledge is chapter 2 and chapter 3. Remember, confidential, more confidential, and most confidential. So you remember the chart, the one that I gave you in the slide. Okay, what is the method? What is the qualification? And what Krishna wants, how Krishna wants us to get the knowledge and the benefit. I think these three things we covered under the text, first verse. Very good. Okay, not envious. Samo. Yes, we have to obtain the knowledge through hearing. Not envious. That's the Prabhu, not envious. The qualification. Okay. So, Logesh Mataji, that is the purpose. That is the benefit of the getting this knowledge. Okay. Yeah, never envious about law. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So, this is the points. Okay. Proper hearing. Qualification is to be free from envy. The benefit is really from miseries of material existence. Okay. So, always fall back to this problem in the material world. Why are we here? Okay, basically, you know, when somebody will start asking questions, because when they are going through loss of suffering, why this is happening to me? So to understand that, they have to know who am I? And then you have to understand who is the master of this creation. And then you want to know, okay, now that I am here, why am I suffering? So when you ask why you're suffering, then you will get the answer that it's all reactions to the karma. So when you want to question why I'm getting reactions to karma, because of the actions. So that's how Krishna started. You know, this all boils back to this. The ultimate reason we are trying to get this knowledge and understanding is because you want to get out of this prison. So everything should culminate in this. Whatever practice that you're doing, you have to analyze and see, is this the benefit that you're getting out of the practice that you're doing right now? Okay, so anything other than this is it will be a, you are wasting time actually. All right. So whatever you do, this should be the ultimate goal. All right. So this is why we always come back to this. All right. You will see that's why we are keep seeing this, because this is the reason why we are here. Okay. Okay. And then what happened is Krishna wanted to give something to Arjuna to increase his faith about this knowledge. So what did we cover under this segment? What did Krishna say about this knowledge that he's giving, about this most confidential knowledge? Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Ida Uttamam. Do you all remember that verse? Any words there ring bell to you? Pratyaksha-vagamam dharmyam susukam kartum avyayam. Is that correct? Who's having Bhagavad Gita in your hand? So what did you get from this verse that I recited just now? What sloka is that? And what is the essence of that sloka? Did you all recap? Chapter 9? Is the answer coming in? I can't see anything. Yes, 9.2. Okay, tell me something. Ah, yes, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. What is Guhyam? Topmost secret, right? Yeah, the most secret of all secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Pavitram idam uttamam. Pavitram. Okay, Sivaranjani Mataji. What is Pavitram? Pure. Yes. Pavitram idam uttamam pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam. Remember the direct perception of senses. It can be perceived by the senses. Yes. Okay. Susukam kartum avyayam. Susukam, sukha. What can you recall from that? The word sukha. Susukam kartum avyayam. Happy. It is joyfully performed. Okay. So those who have taken part in the Kirtan Mela, you have seen the Kirtan Mela live, you will see how happily it was performed, okay? Right, king of education, direct perception through realization, everlasting and joyfully performed. Okay. All right, and then in 9.11, Krishna said something about his appearance being ordinary and what does people think about it? Okay. What did Krishna say in 9.11? When he comes down as a normal human, a normal son, a normal friend, seemingly going through some difficulties, what he says about people who view that? Okay, yes, fools deride Lord when Lord descend in human form. Many cannot understand the supremacy of Lord Krishna because he is playing the role of a son, of a friend, of a king. Very good. Okay, so any more coming? Okay, that's good. Although appearing ordinary, he is not a common man. So these are all the most confidential knowledge. Yeah. Okay. The next one is 9.13 and 9.22. Okay. So for those who knows the Krishna's supremacy, what does he do for them? Generally, he gives protection. In what ways he gives the protection? There are two ways. Remember the Brahmana story. What can you remember from the Brahmana story? So this is why story format is important, because we can remember some things very easily. We can understand philosophy very easily. Come on. This chapter 10 is pretty long, you know.
I write already.
Ranjani Mataji, faster. You wrote down in your notes. What are the two things? Remember? Okay, hold on, yeah. Okay, I carry what they lack, I preserve what they have. He will provide and maintain. Yes, yeah, this is the essence of that sloka, right? For one who has understood Krishna as he is, Krishna provides protection. Okay, he carries what they lack and preserve what they have. Okay, so finally, remember the part where Krishna said that we can offer very simple things. What does that mean? What does a sloka mean? What was your takeaway point from that sloka? Kuhan Prabhu narrated a story. Remember the fruit vendor lady? Yes, he wants offering filled with love and devotion. Yes, that is, I like when you are telling the right word. Okay, love, right? Love. Yes, the simplicity of bhakti, love is the only qualification. Okay, bhakti is an easy process and universal is a direct action, not the indirect. Okay, direct action. Only love is required. Okay, finally, Krishna say how to worship him. Okay, 1, 2, 3. How to worship him. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Mad bhakto. Man mana. Mana means mind. Think of me. Mad bhakto. Bhakto means? Yes, Prabhu, correct. 4. 4, huh? Okay. Yeah, it's 4. Sorry, it's 4, it's not 3. Think of him. Think of him. Become his devotee. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Mad yaji mam namaskuru. Offer obeisance. Okay, what is the next 2 lines? Kuhan Prabhu, what is the next 2 lines? Could you unmute and tell me? Man mana bhava mad. I do the first 2 lines, you do the second 2 lines. Man mana bhava mad bhakto, mat yaji mam namaskuru.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Again, can you repeat, Mataji? I can't really hear you.
Man mana bhava mad bhakto, mat yaji mam namaskuru. What are the 2 lines? The next 2 lines?
Mam eva syasya yukvaivam atmana mat parayanaha.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yes, correct. Pay obeisance. Okay, namaskuru. Worship me. Completely absorbed in me. You will come to me. Okay, engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisance to me and worship me. 4 things. By doing this, by being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So all this we have done earlier. Why Krishna wants us to go to his abode, not other abodes. Okay. So this is what he said. Yeah. Quick recap. So remember this. The mind, the best way to engage the mind is like keeping the genie engaged, right? So this is how we engage. Okay. Become his devotee. Offer obeisance. Namaskuru. Worship me. So this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, with that, we are entering chapter 10. Okay, so in order to love Krishna more, in order to love somebody more, you want to know more things about them. So chapter 10 is still in the Bhakti Yoga segment. He is going to talk about his opulence, okay, how much wealth he has and how great his opulence is. Okay, so in chapter 9, Krishna concluded that everybody must become his devotee and how to become that devotee, what you should do. In chapter 10, he is going to say things about his opulence that will increase our devotion to him and how to think of him. Remember this part here, always in thinking of me. So the question may arise, how to think of Krishna. So everything you drill down deeper and deeper and deeper. So Krishna is giving how to think of him. So he's going to give us various ways how we can see him and how we can think of him. Okay. So when you know more about somebody, about what are the activities they're doing, what are their qualities, all right, then you can think, you have more things to think about. Right? As a child may do a lot of cute things. Suddenly he's doing playing, then he's talking, the way he eats. So the more the mother sees how the child is conducting herself, the child itself, when you go to work, when you go outside, you have a lot of things to think about the child. Yes or no? So this is how Krishna wants us to increase our devotion by thinking of all his qualities and opulence. All right. So this is the most confidential instruction in chapter 9. And hearing about Krishna's opulence will increase our devotion. Okay. So that's why the chapter name is the opulence of the absolute. So let's go. 10.1. So earlier, sorry, Mataji, sorry. So earlier in chapter 9, Krishna said, now here, right? Here. So Krishna, again, he's saying, listen again. All right. So it is for us also. Sometimes we forget. So we have to listen again. So when Mataji reads, please focus and pay attention. Okay, Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya eva mahabaho Srineme paramam vachaha Yate aham priyamanaya Vakshami hitakam yaya. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty Arjuna. Because you are my dear friend, for your benefit I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Krishna is saying that I've already given you something earlier, but now I'm going to give you more, even better. And then here, this is remember what was the one qualification Krishna said in chapter 9? In chapter 9, what did he say? I'm giving you this knowledge because yes, not envious. Okay, so in this verse, Krishna is giving another qualification. Can you tell what is it? Yes, not envious from chapter 9. So there is another qualification here. Let's see. We have one friend, two friends, two answering, three answering friend. Who do you reveal your secrets to? Your friends, right? Right? Yeah, so it's very natural, right? So that's why Krishna is saying, number one point here is listen again. Okay, listen again. Okay, the importance of earlier Krishna already said, Tachrunu, hear from me, hear from the right sources, from the right authorities. Now here he's saying, listen again. Okay, earlier he was non-envious, so he gave that knowledge. Now he is giving even better because Krishna is Arjuna is his dear friend. Okay, and he's going to give something better than what he has already explained. Okay, so this is how we should conduct ourselves, non-envious, be friendly to Krishna. Okay. All right, so remember these two qualifications, yeah? Okay, so before we move on, we want to know that generally we know that God is great. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam gives information about in what ways God is great. In what ways? Okay, so you will have to have something to talk about greatness of God. Okay, so this information you will get today. All right, and how big is that opulence? How big is that great? Okay, you know that God is great, and you should be able to explain, understand and explain in what ways Krishna is great and how great is this greatness. Okay, like these are the like qualities, ways, right? And how great is like you're talking about the quantity, how much. Okay, so remember the first sloka from the Vedanta Sutra where Krishna, where it is mentioned that God is from who is who everything emanates from. He's the basic source. He's the what you call the primary cell for everything to come from. Okay, he is that. Okay, this is a very simple, very basic line from the Vedanta Sutra. Okay, now as I promised on the Bhagavan, we're going to do some definition and then we're going to give some explanation on all the opulences. Okay, before we go into understanding what are the opulences from Krishna himself. Okay, so Bhagavan is found, the definition of Bhagavan is found or is given by Parasara Muni. Parasara Muni is the father of Vyasudev, and he says there are 6 opulences Bhagavan possesses. Okay, Bhaga means opulence, Van means one who possesses it. So Bhagavan means one possesses the opulence. Okay, Aishwaryasya. What do you think? What is Aishwaryasya to you? Basically, we have that word in Tamil. Aishwaryam. What is Aishwaryam? Yes. So, auspicious. Not auspicious. It's wealth. Okay, so Aishwaryam, yeah. So, the one with full opulence. So, you got one there already. Okay. Next is samagrasya. Samagrasya means is full, having everything in full, and not little bit of everything. Because I can have a little bit of I can have a little bit of a faith. I can have a little bit of enunciation. I can have a little bit of knowledge. All right, I can have a little bit of everything. You can have a little bit of everything. Some will have more, some will have less. All right, but God is somebody who has all of this in full, 100%. Okay. Okay. What is viryasya? What is viryasya to you? What are other words? Bravery? Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty close, right? Sometimes we cannot direct translate. So viryasya means strength. So having strength or power in full. Okay. And vyasasa is fame. Okay, it's not very common for us. Shriya. Shriya means, what do you think Shriya is? Anybody with some knowledge of Sanskrit or? Yeah, Shakila Mataji, very good. Beauty. Okay, Shriya means beauty. Okay, what else? Jnana. Jnana. How many y'all counting, right? Aishwarya, Viryasya, Yasasa, Shriya. Now we are the fifth one. Jnana. Knowledge. Very good. Vairagya. Okay, very good. Knowledge is, yes, Jnana. Vairagya. When you say somebody's Vairagya, what do you call Vairagyam? Means what? It's not stubborn, you know. Vairagya is not stubborn. Determined. Yeah, usually we translate that to determination, right? So here it is translated as renunciation. Renunciation. Okay, very good. So Aishwaryasya samagrasya, Viryasya yasasa shriyaha, Jnana vairagyayas-chaiva, Sannam bhaga itingana. Sannam. Okay, 6. Bhaga, opulence. So this is the 6 opulence of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Full wealth. Okay, samagrasya, full, not a little bit. Full wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Can somebody tell me all 6 in one go? I'll give you some time to type. Just give 1 minute, okay? Why this is important for us to know, so that people don't deceive you into believing them that they are God. You will be able to tell, hey, I have a checklist here. How much of this you score, you know, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's actually renunciation. You know? Okay, let's see who have tried. Tuhan Prabhu, thank you. Manani Mataji, yes, full, very good. Using the right word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Logishwari Mataji, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's a renunciation. Yeah, Vairagya, but I know you are remembering that Sanskrit word, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prasanna Mataji, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Prasanna Shakila Mataji. Jai Mataji. Okay, Jai Mataji, missed out one. Missed out one. Renunciation, determination is going back to the same word, Vairagya. Try again, Jai Mataji. Try again. Oh, okay, Sivaranjini Mataji, Lavanya Mataji. Thank you so much for trying. I hope you're not recording anywhere. Huh? Just from your heart. Bravery is actually strength, yeah. Determination is actually renunciation. Kausalya Mataji, one is missing. What is missing? Think. Jay Mataji also, one is missing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. So Musundar Prabhu, determination and renunciation is 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more missing. Not health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Jai Mataji, 100%. Okay, so Musundar Prabhu, try again. Siapa lagi? Okay, Sivaranjani Mataji, try again. Okay, so thank you for trying. So remember, yeah. Okay, determination is renunciation, actually, yeah. Okay, thank you so much for trying. Okay, so now I'm going to do one by one. Okay, this is beauty. So it is said that when you are beautiful, you naturally attract everyone. Okay, you don't and Krishna doesn't have to spend beautiful. He's naturally is beautiful. He's been beautiful since he was small. Okay, since he was born, and he doesn't grow old beyond 125 years. Okay, during the Mahabharata war, he was 125. Okay, but as we age, we lose beauty. Okay, got botox lah, this lah, that lah. Okay, because our body is temporary and full of miseries. Krishna's body is blissful, eternal, and full of knowledge. Okay, he's eternal. He doesn't age. Okay, what else? Strength. Okay, look at him, how he is holding this is a picture of him holding a huge hill when there was a storm in Vrindavan, and he was 7 years old. It was his left hand, pinky finger, and he was holding for 7 days and nights. Okay, so that speaks volume about his strength. Okay, next is fame. So Krishna is very famous. Okay, everybody knows Krishna. Okay, generally everybody knows, but this something else about this fame I'll cover later. Okay, knowledge. Okay, if he is giving this knowledge to Arjuna, then imagine what kind of knowledgeable person he should be. This is talking about his wealth. This picture is talking about his wealth. So this is Narada Muni visiting the Dwarka. Okay, there'll be a quick story. And this is renunciation. So I will go one by one. Yeah. So look at this beauty. Okay. So we are generally very easily attracted to someone or something which is beautiful. Okay. Like what kind of things attract us? Like beautiful celebrities, beautiful nature, beautiful things. All right. Right. So we are attracted to beauty. Correct. Now it's correct. Thank you so much. Okay. Right, and his beauty is unparalleled. How it is established, you can see so many songs and books and sastras, glorification by sages glorifying his beauty. Whether he's a deity form, whether his personal form, everything is so beautiful about him. If you look at Vaishnava songs, they are talking about his beauty. If you look at the pastorums that the Alvas has written, also talk about his beauty. So Krishna attracts everyone through his beauty. Nobody can say Krishna is not beautiful, or nobody can say that they are not attracted to Krishna's beauty. Okay, everybody just falls for him. Okay, so, and Krishna's beauty is not only to attract human, he also attracts plants, trees, the peacocks, the animals. Okay, it is said that when Krishna, it is time for Krishna to come back from gazing, taking the cows for gazing grass, when, they don't have clock, isn't it? So they won't know what time exactly Krishna is coming. So usually when the sun sets, he will start coming. So, all the denizens of the Vrindavan, what they'll do, they will look towards the forest, they will look towards the forest, and they will wait for Krishna to come and his friends to come. And then it is described that even the trees will bend towards the path that he is going to return from. So can you imagine, can you visualize that? The trees also will be looking forward. Where is Krishna? So how they know Krishna is coming? There'll be lots of smoke coming out. So there's actually the dust flying from the ground when all the friends are coming. So that's the indication how Krishna is, when Krishna is coming back. So everything is attracted to him. Okay, bees, plants, flowers, peacocks. So even peacock, one time they gave their peacock feather to Krishna because they found that Krishna is so beautiful. Okay, like that. Okay, and then when Krishna comes out to Dwaraka, and all the Dwaraka denizens will come out and see, look at Krishna when he travels on chariot. So until now, everyone is attracted to Krishna, and that even though he's so black, you know, how many kind of glorification are there to glorify black and dark complexioned people? But look at Krishna, they glorify him due to his black color. Okay, so it's actually a sham. Sham color means that is a blackish cloud color. Okay, it's like when the cloud is really loaded with lots of water, anytime it's going to rain, and that is the color, that is sham color. Okay, like blue, blackish, that is blackish color. So that is just about his beauty. We can go on talking a lot. Okay, strength, I will not touch very detail. I already mentioned this is a Govardhan pastime. Okay. So I hope you know what this is just like Brahma Vimohana Lila, where Lord Brahma was bewildered by Krishna's conduct, right? Activities. Lord Indra was bewildered as well, and Lord Indra wanted to attack Vrindavan because Krishna stopped the residents of Vrindavan from doing sacrifice to Lord Indra because they were getting their supply from Govardhan Hill. So why don't we offer everything to Govardhan Hill? Okay, so that's how the pastime goes. Okay, so this speaks about his strength. Next is knowledge. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita and we want to know who gives the knowledge. So it is Krishna. So how you can give knowledge? When you have the knowledge. Okay, and later Krishna also will mention that I am the source of the Vedas. By Vedas, I am to be known. I am end of the Vedas. So all the knowledge that is given by the Vedas all culminates in understanding Krishna. Okay, so that kind of reservoir Krishna is. Okay, the knowledge, the reservoir of knowledge. Okay, and another point where we can speak about, we can relate Krishna here is that maybe I only know some things about economy or loans, you know, things like that. Maybe some Vimal Raj Prabhu may know only the health field, and some people may know IT field only. So like this, we are limited somehow, to some extent, we are limited to only the knowledge that we have acquired and trained in. But Krishna has knowledge in everything. So that's how he's full in all knowledge. Okay, so if you take Bhagavad Gita, he speaks everything. Okay. Okay, next is wealth. Okay. Remember where we run through a Brahma Samhita verse that his abode is filled with expensive jewels. So that's how he's rich. And in Vaikuntha planet, they don't have sun or moon to illuminate. Okay, the place itself is illuminating on its own, and the illumination comes from jewels. Dwaraka and Vrindavan is different. Vrindavan is the place where Krishna grew up. Okay, and when he became, and then he went to become the king of Dwaraka. So Dwaraka, Vrindavan is his personal relationship area, and Dwaraka is his office. Yeah, because he's a king, right? So that's what it is said like this. Okay, Vrindavan is his playground, and Dwaraka is his office. So they are different. Okay, and that is why when he left to Dwaraka, the Vrindavan residents, they were sad because they're not going to see Krishna. Okay, right. Okay, this is well. So very quickly, I tell you about this pastime. So one day Narada Muni wants to know how Krishna how Krishna passes daily life. Okay, and he knows that time Krishna already has 16,108 queens. Okay, so he wants to know how he's managing his time. So one day he went there. You know, actually Narada Muni has the boon that he can travel, astral travel, space travel. Okay, so it is said that in one palace he saw Krishna was taking his morning breakfast with his queen. Another palace he went. Okay, Narada Muni is making his rounds. He saw Krishna is playing games with the wife. Another queen. Another palace he is playing with his children. Another palace Krishna is settling some dispute among people because he's king, right? So simultaneously Krishna present in all the palaces doing different activities. So it is mentioned one time, it is mentioned that there was one yogi, he was due to his intense sadhana practice, he had some yogic power, whereby he was reported to be able to be seen in different places. I think 7 places. Maximum he was able to be present in 7 places, but he was doing the same thing. All right. So, and he claimed that he is God. So if you want to compare with Krishna, he was present in thousands of places doing different activities. Okay. So this is how wealthy Krishna is. Okay. All right. This one is fame. All right. This place is actually in Mayapur, and every once in a year in February, devotees from all around the world, they gather here for I think it's like almost a month festival. There'll be 2 weeks of 1 week of parikram, and then 1 week of kirtan mela, and then there'll be a festival. Okay, so so Krishna is so famous that people from all around the world will come, not only from India, and not only Indians. Okay, the non-Indians are also coming. So his presence and his knowledge is distributed to as far as the most northern part of Russia. You know, that place is like eternally cold. All right, and they will actually go out in the street and do harinam. Okay, and then the presence is also in China. So preaching in China cannot be like so loud like Malaysia, because in Malaysia we have so much of freedom here. So in China it's very difficult. China, Russia, very difficult. My Guru Maharaj has also been put in prison once because he was caught selling books outside. So it has really got to be underground. Actually in Singapore it's also like that. Okay. All right, so this is fame. Next is renunciation. So despite having so much of wealth, so much of beauty, so much of other appearance, at once Krishna took up this charioteer role to serve his dear friend. Okay, so this is how, this is also his opulence. Okay, that is important part here is that, you know, when Krishna took the role of a charioteer for Arjuna, on the Kuru side, they need to put somebody equivalent to Krishna as a chariot for Karna. Who was the charioteer for Karna? Anybody has Mahabharata knowledge? So this person, I wait for the name to come up. So this person was actually embarrassed. He was actually, I can do better. I am a better warrior. Why are you putting as a charioteer? But Duryodhana felt that we need to put somebody equal to Krishna. So he acknowledged the person's, Kuru. Krishna is charioteer for Arjuna, and Arjuna is on Pandava side. So Arjuna wanted to put somebody equivalent to Krishna's ability for Karna. Okay, but that person felt like he was humiliated. You're only giving me charioteer? So you see, even an ordinary person would not want. Yes, Shalya. Very good. Yes, Shalya. So even ordinary person would not want to be a charioteer, but look at Krishna, the supreme person is becoming a charioteer because he wants to be with his friend. So that's, even in renunciation, Krishna has scored, right? Right. So that means nobody can be beautiful like him. Nobody can be strong like him. Nobody can be famous like him, knowledgeable like him. And finally, nobody can be, what else? Wealth, fame, strength. Nobody can be strong like him. Nobody can be knowledgeable. Nobody can be wealthy like him. Nobody can be renunciate like him. Okay, so that's his opulence, right? Okay, so remember there's once somebody asked why Prabhupada translated the word Sri Bhagavan Uvacha to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here it is mentioned. It is important to note that the supreme here is given meaning Parama. He is always been referred as Parama Purusha. Param. Para means supreme. Purusha means personality. So which means the stress is there on the person. Means he's not a Brahman, or he's not the person who is inside the heart. He is all of this, but to actually give a comprehensive understanding of his actual position, it is translated as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So basically it's a conclusion based on his supremacy, his opulence, his position, status, everything. Okay, so Parama, so look at this one, yeah, Parama Purusha, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so another verse is from Bhagavad. This is also Bhagavatam, yeah, this is also Bhagavatam. This is also Bhagavatam. So here, this is praises by the Devas for in a particular pastime where they mention this. Vasudevadi Purusha, Mahapurusha, Mahanubhava Parama. So here they are using this word Purusha, Purusha. Purusha means person. Okay, we can be Purusha, we are small Purusha. Purusha basically means enjoyer. Okay, Purusha. But Krishna is Supreme Purusha. He is Supreme Enjoyer. So here it is said, original person, most exalted person, welfare personified. So he is a person. So Bhagavan, if you just write Bhagavan, God said this and this. So God is very general. So Prabhupada wanted to give a very comprehensive understanding on the word Bhagavan. Okay. So he's given the translation, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you can see, I have given you the word-to-word translation here as well. Canto 6, 6:9:33 means Canto 6, chapter 9, verse 33. So because Bhagavatam has 12 volumes, okay, it comes in 18 books, but it has 12 volumes. So we will say Canto 1, Canto 2, Canto 3. So we don't use volume, we use Canto. Okay. All right. So I think, yeah, I pretty much covered that Supreme Personality of Godhead, the meaning, yeah. Okay, yeah, so like I said, the conclusion is Bhagavan is translated to Supreme Personality of Godhead to ensure the meaning is fully comprehensive of all his greatness, of his status, of his position and supremacy. So right now you would have roughly had an understanding. We wanted to know how God is great, how great is God, and this is the beginning of the Vedanta Sutra. And now only we are entering the essence of chapter 10. Okay, so his position is actually explained is 4 sloka. This is called Chatusloki. It is mentioned that, let's say you got the Bhagavad Gita knowledge towards end of your life, you're going to die already. Then you have no time to read the Bhagavad Gita, the entire 18 chapters and 700 verses. Okay, you cannot attend Gita Gyan classes or you couldn't do any service. What you do is you read these 4 slokas, 4 Chatusloki. So the entire essence is included inside these 4 slokas. Okay. So what are the points that will be covered in this verses is this. Okay, Adisya, Krishna is the source of everything, which you already saw in Vedanta Sutra. Okay. Next is how do devotees worship Krishna? Also, you actually already saw, but later Krishna will tell more. Okay, how the devotees engage in worshipping him. And when devotees give themselves to Krishna, what Krishna gives, okay? Krishna also reciprocates. Okay, we want to see what Krishna gives, okay? And then on top of that, Krishna also show them special mercy. And what is this special mercy? Okay, we want to know this. Chatusloki 10.8.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhu.
Translation: I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Can I have 3 points from this verse, please? Those who are able to type it out, please type it out for me. Or you can just give 1. What does this verse say? Okay, you can summarize in your own words. Yes, Vashni Mataji. Yes. Jai Mataji. So when I say what do you understand, what can you extract, I want you to put it in your own word. How is your understanding? Okay, all right, we got the source there. Everything is from him. Okay. Okay, you are all right about the source. Other than that, and look at that source. What kind of source? Source of what? This is also important, you know. All spiritual and material worlds. Yes, very good. Okay. Yes. So that is finally when the devotees understand about him, they worship him. In between, Yes, Lakshmi Mataji. Yes, Manali Mataji, correct. Mamanya Mataji, correct. What do they do? That is important. The activity is important. After knowing this, do they go back? Okay, my life is perfected. I am going back. Yeah, that is important. Knowing this, they engage in devotional service. Yes. And then worship comes. Remember, from the 9 angas, the worship comes. Okay, very good. So, yes, we got all the points here. The source, everything comes from him. And then they engage in devotional service and worship him. So this verse talks about Krishna is the source of everything. Okay, so here Krishna is describing. So these are the points. Yeah, you can take note of this also. Okay, we have no answers. Okay, yes, very good. Okay, so basically here Krishna is describing how he is related to the spiritual and material world. That he is the source. How everything comes from him. Both the material and spiritual world has its origin in him. Okay, and not only that Arjuna is engaging, Arjuna is saying the wise, Krishna is saying the wise means even the great personalities engage, not ordinary people. Okay, remember when Krishna said, whatever example the great man set, the common man will follow. So this is why he's giving this example. Earlier also, when Krishna said, the yogis who knows this, they want to come back to my abode. I did not want to return to this temporary world. Devotional service is a broad thing, the broad category. Worship is a subset. So under devotional service, there are so many things we can do, and mainly there are 9. It starts with Sravanam, hearing, chanting, remembering. Okay, maybe Shamala Mataji, you can put the 9. Can copy paste the 9 angas and put. It's actually Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vandanam, is it? Vandanam, Pada Sevanam, Pujan. I don't remember. So there are 9, all right? So you put in a sequence, so we can see where the worship comes. Okay, so worship is one of the devotion service. So first you engage in devotion service. It starts by hearing. What you're doing now is hearing. And then when I ask you to read or answer, then you are speaking. So that is chanting. And then when you go back home, you remember. Sometimes you have in your dream, or sometimes you have in the next day when you're doing your work. So you're already doing this 1, 2, 3. Okay, after that, when you get more association of the devotees, when you start coming to temple, then you will start worshiping him. Or you can also start worshiping at home. How? You do arati, you offer incense. Okay, you offer the light. So this is all worshiping. Okay? All right. Okay, they'll engage and then they'll worship him. Okay, we go to 10.9. Ram, okay.
Yes, I can do this.
Okay, thanks.
Hello?
Yes, thanks, Prabhu. Thanks.
Okay. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Okay, so these are the activities of the devotees. What do they do? Can I have the activities? Please list out in the chat. What do they do? These are symptoms of the devotees. What can you say about them? What Krishna is saying about them? The thought Krishna is thinking about them. So how sweet is that? Right? What else? So the devote, Krishna thinks about the devotees dedicate their life to Krishna. Okay. And what do they do? What is the activity about? Yes. And what do they get? Do they waste their time? Yeah, enlightening one another. What you don't know, you tell me. What I don't know, you tell me. What you don't know, I tell you. This is association. This is what we get from association. We are enlightening one another. You're missing the important point. Okay, yeah, that's the point. Satisfaction and bliss. Yeah, this is what they get. Every time you ask, what's in it for me? Right? We ask, right? Or how fast we'll get the result, how fast the hair will grow, how fast I go sleep, how fast I can heal from this. So we want to always know what is in it for me. So what is better than our happiness? We get please. Yes. Celebrating him. Yes. Celebrating. That's a nice word. Okay, so this is basically how Krishna say how devotees worship him. Okay. So we're always happy to talk about him. Okay, nobody talks about Krishna so sad or so frustration. No, okay, everybody drive happiness. Okay, and these devotees, they can't think of anything else than Krishna. Their business only to talk about him, to discuss. Okay. Okay, so Kuhan Prabhu has put the 9 devotional processes there. Yeah, that is very good. Okay, so the worship comes at number 5, Archana. Okay, Mataji, somebody asked that question about who's that. Okay, so, and their prana is about living for Krishna. Okay, what else? Tushyanticha Ramanticha. I like this one. Tushyanticha Ramanticha. They are they get great satisfaction and bliss. Okay, all right, next 10.10. So you all can copy out that information that Kuhan Prabhu and Shamala Mataji shared, copy out, and if you have that habit of opening a Word file next to your presentation, this slide, right? So you just copy paste and keep all your notes. So not necessarily you should just write it down because you might not have all the time. Okay. 10.10. Do we have a? Okay, Vaski Mataji not able to come. Anybody?
I can do this too.
Okay, Ramaprabhu.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
All right, so look at this, yeah. So when we put in effort, we think that I'm not so smart, I'm very slow understanding sloka, slow in understanding sastra. How am I going to understand? It's too sophisticated for me, it's too high level. No, Krishna says, your qualification is your devotion, and I give you the understanding for you to come to me. So that's why some people, they'll be trying to read it for years and years and years, but it's so difficult to understand. But some people can advance very fast. Why? It's all depend on their devotion. Okay, that's how Krishna reciprocate. This is the reciprocation from Krishna. Okay, you don't have to be a lecturer or professor or PhD holder to understand Bhagavad Gita. Okay, normal layman also can understand if you have the devotions. The qualification is devotion, reciprocation. Okay, we move on. And on top of that, Krishna also shows special mercy. What is that special mercy? See, like, I still don't understand Mataji. I still don't understand Mataji. So this is where Krishna comes and give you the special mercy. 10.11.
To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So people think that I'm so fallen, I'm so ignorant, I'm so dull, I can't understand. So Krishna gives the knowledge, and he doesn't give a material knowledge or mundane knowledge. He gives knowledge about him. Okay, it's spiritual. Knowledge about him is spiritual and transcendental. Thus, he removes the ignorance. Okay, just like how the darkness is removed by light. Okay, so that's how he light up our life. Okay. Shining lamp of knowledge. Okay, this is the point. So remember this forward 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now Arjuna, after listening to all of this, he starts glorifying Krishna about the knowledge that he received. Okay, this is a very nice verse also. Very nice glorification. We don't have anybody to read.
I'll read.
Okay, Dana.
So Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So
Yeah,
you can
Mataji.
see Param Brahma, okay, supreme person. Param Dhamma, Dhamma means his abode. Okay, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Pavitram, purest. So by now you know already what is Pavitram. I don't think we touched a lot on the ignorance yet. Not yet, Prabhu. But we will touch more in the Jnana Yoga segment. Okay, passion, goodness, passion, and ignorance. We will go there. Okay. All right. So I cannot dwell so much here. But the point here is that because previously Arjuna has heard great personalities talk about him, and now he is so amazed, or he's very overwhelmed that now Krishna himself is declaring all this truth directly by himself. Okay, so in other places or other personality, they don't really declare a lot of things about themselves. But here in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is establishing this. He is saying it his own mouth. This is me. This is my opinion. This is my position. This is what I can promise you. Okay, so this is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Everything declared by Krishna himself. Okay, which you can't find it anywhere else. Okay, we're going to move fast, yeah, because we have to read the verses. 10.14 to 80. I want somebody to read cepat-cepat because it sets the stage for the upcoming verses. Okay, let's see. Who has got your name?
Hello.
Lakshmi Mataji, I
Mataji.
just want to call your name. Okay.
Okay, I'll read text 14.
You can read all, Mataji, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, can. Okay. So 14. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons or Lord can understand your personality. Text 15. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, or O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Lord of the universe. Text 16. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Text 17. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? Text 18. O Janardana, again please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words.
Guys, so nice. Thank you, Mataji. So Arjuna is requesting Krishna to tell about his opulences. So look at all the words that Arjuna used. So with that, Krishna will start speaking about his opulence, and he says this. Siapa? 10:19. Vimal Raj Prabhu, are you there? If not, sometimes Prabhu having patience. Dasaradan Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So Krishna is not going to tell everything, okay, because it's limitless and we will never be able to understand everything. You know, previously in chapter 7 or something, when when Krishna said that he's going to give knowledge to Arjuna, he will say, I'm going to give you some knowledge. After this, there's nothing else will remain for you to be known. Kuhan Prabhu or Shamala Mataji or any other devotees here, if you can recall this verse, right? So please put the translation, the verse number and the translation in the chat. Otherwise, I will do it later. So I like that verse particularly. And it says that Krishna is going to give something that after that, there's nothing else to know already. That is end of knowledge. So now, and then later Krishna says, chapter 10, I'm going to give you something better that I have given you previously. And then again, yet he says that there's a lot for me to say. So I'm just going to give you the prominent ones. Okay, so this is all talk about his opulence. Okay, all right. So he's going to talk about his splendorous manifestation, all the beautiful, fantastic, wonderful things all coming now. Okay, prominent. For his opulence is linearness. Okay, Krishna will now describe how we may remember him. Remember the verses that Lakshmi Mataji read, that he said, Arjuna asked, how shall I constantly think of you? How shall I know you? In what various forms that you are to be remembered? Okay, so these are what he's going to say. Now describe how we may remember him when viewing the greatest manifestation in this world. So if you go to Bhagavad Gita, you may not have all of this in line. So for this lesson, it has been categorized by nature, animals, and cosmic manifestation, something like that. Okay, these are broad categories. Okay, and there are more actually, but we are just taking, already Krishna said his opulence is limitless, and whatever he is telling Arjuna is only the prominent ones. But for Gita Gyan level 1, even from there, we are taking only few and giving you all today. So please read this entire chapter, maybe tomorrow during your lunch break. Okay, so we can set our course for chapter 11 tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be a very interesting chapter tomorrow. Okay, so here Krishna say how he's the essence of the light. Lights, among the lights, I am the sun. And among the stars, I am the moon. Okay. Yeah, so Mataji already put that sloka there. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and luminous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. Okay, right. Okay, so among the big things, big strong things, he's Meru. Among the immovables, he's Himalayas. Okay. Among the water bodies, I'm the ocean, because ocean is the biggest content of water body. Among the trees, I'm Banyan. It's the biggest. Among the rivers, I'm Ganga. Nothing more holier than Ganga. Okay, like Ganga holds a supreme position among the rivers. The months Margasira. Okay, it is somewhere in November. Okay, so this month has been mentioned quite a lot in Shastras. Okay, it's not like really common words to be used now. Among the seasons, spring, because everybody loves spring. Okay, so beautiful, right? And this is about nature. Okay, right. What else? Okay. Okay, so now these are the great personalities, the knowledgeable persons. So he says, among all the sages, I am Vyasa. Vyasa is Krishna's literary incarnation. So this Vyasa Dev is the one who gave all the Vedas. In what way? Because he established, he actually appointed few followers, and they have arranged their disciples to write it down, because before this, it was more of oral reception. Okay. Great sages, Bhrigu. Okay, there are details, right? It is in level 2. Okay, so what I can tell briefly is Bhrigu is one of the greats, one of the first few people that Brahma created. Okay, so he's a very powerful sage. Okay, the Vyasadeva, Bhrigu, among the sages, among the demigods, Narada Muni. Among the priests, I am Brihaspati. Okay, you have to read like this. Among the priests, among all the sages, I am Vyasa. Among the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Among the sages, among the demigods, I am Narada. Among the priests, I am Brihaspati. Brihaspati is the demigod, is a guru for the devas. Okay. Among the perfected beings, I am Kapila. Okay, Kapila is also an incarnation of Krishna, and Kapila Dev is famous for giving teachings to his own mother. Okay, Devahuti. Among the great thinkers, I am Sukracharya. So you must be wondering, why Sukracharya? Sukracharya is the guru of the demon side. All right, they send like how the devotee children they be sent to Gurukul, the demons also send their children to their Gurukul, and Sukracharya is guru there. So why a bad person can be a great thinker? Because Guru Sukracharya is a great person who can think, right? So among the great thinkers, I am Sukracharya. Yeah, demons. Okay, and then we go to animals. Among the horses, I am Uchchaisrava. Uchchaisrava is I'm not sure if it's a unicorn or it's just a special horse that is special, because there were two animals came out when they churned the ocean. Okay, remember when Vishnu came as the Matsya and they were churning the Meru using the Vasuki serpent. Two animals, a lot of things came out when they were churning, because they were churning to get nectar. But a lot of this came out, even the poison came out. And who took the poison? Kurma avatar, yes. Sorry, not Matsya, Kurma. I am imagining tortoise, but the name came out as Matsya. Yes, very good. So Lord Shiva, that is also a wonderful pastime, right? Lord Shiva volunteered to take that. Even Mother Parvati said, cannot go. Okay. So two animals came out, Uchchaisrava and Airavat. So who is using Airavat as his Vahana? Lord Indra, very good. I think you all are very knowledgeable people. I think I should give more. But there are new people also, so I have to strike a balance. Yes, okay, Airavat. Okay, so these two animals came out. Okay, what is next? Cows. Surabhi, yes, Surabhi gives unlimited milk. This is the pastime of the Govardhan Hill. Finally, when Lord Indra came to his senses, he will, get his Surabhi to shower milk on Krishna. Okay, next. Serpents, Vasuki. Among the serpents, I am Vasuki. So can you see all the broad categories? Krishna said that he is the best. Okay, this is the picture. This is the event that I actually mentioned to you. Okay, one side demon, one side devas. They use Mandara Meru mountain to churn, and they need a rope, right? The rope was serpent Vasuki. Okay, among the many hooded Nagas, I am Ananta. Okay, Ananta Sesh, his brother. Okay, he's lying down on bed of serpent. Among the fishes, I am shark. Among the beasts, I am lion. So it is said that if you get a lion and elephant fight, lion will win, right? And I think there is no predator for a lion except human. Yes or no? Right? Does lion get defeated by any other animals? No, that is why it's called king of the jungle. Among the birds, of course, is Garuda. That is why it's a Vahana of Lord Vishnu. Okay, so we done nature, we have done sages, we have done animals. So when you look at all these images, then you will remember these words from Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna said, among the horses, I am Uchchaisrava. When you see elephant, oh, Krishna is the white elephant. When you see snake, oh, Krishna is the Vasuki, or Krishna is Anantasesh. When you see animals, oh, among the animals, the king is lion, and that lion is Krishna. Among the birds, you see eagle or Garuda. That is Krishna. When you see shark, oh, this is the best of all the fishes, and this is Krishna. So it all represents Krishna. And then there is philosophical truths. Among their senses, I am the mind, because the mind is the strongest. Okay. All right. Living, not strongest. Sorry, senses are the strongest, but the mind is the most difficult to control. Okay, so that is why it's considered the greatest of the senses. Living entities. Among the living entities in the heart, I am super soul. So there are two living entities in the heart. What are those? There's always a comparison, right? There are others and there is the best. Why Krishna say living entities of the heart? Is there any other living entity in the heart? Very good. There is soul and there is super soul, right? So among the living entities in the heart, I am super soul. Jivatma Paramata, very nice. Yes, actually, yes. Okay, among the poetry, I am Gayatri. Okay, so Gayatri is it's a very powerful mantra, but it has ways to recite it. You can't simply recite by listening from radio, watching from TV, or reading on a paper. Right? It has to be received by a guru, and you have to have gone through certain process. You have to have certain qualification, and then only it will give you the benefit. Okay, it has to be received, and it is said that this is the you cannot whimsically follow that. So a lot of people, because it's powerful, I can do all kind of things and I can recite Gayatri. So it doesn't work like that. Okay, you have to comply with certain processes. Okay, so this is Gayatri, yeah, and they are chanted by qualified Brahmanas and it's most prominent. Among the letters, I am A. Among the compound words, I'm dual compound. So this is very grammatical thing. Krishna is going into this grammar teacher now. Okay, among the signs, I'm the spiritual signs of self because any other signs are temporary. All right, only the signs of the spiritual self is eternal. So that is why he say among all the signs that he is the spiritual signs of self. Among the logicians, I am conclusive truth. So basically, there are quite a number of they call it different ways of debating. Okay, so there are vada, which is natural conclusion, and there is pravadatam, means getting a conclusion through argument. Okay, and there is also another conclusion whereby one conclusion is based on evidence, another one vadanda, means you're simply arguing without any evidence. Okay, that's why they say don't do Vidanda, sorry, Vidanda, not Vadanda, Vidanda. Okay, merely trying to defeat one's opponent is called Vidanda. So among all these arguments, right, Krishna is conclusive truth. Sometimes we tell in Tamil, right, don't do Vidanda, what? Vidanda Vada. Don't do Vidanda Vada. Don't simply argue for the sake of arguing. You have to have evidence and truth in your hand. And then among the Vedas, there is this Sama Veda. There are 4 Veda, right? Rig, Sama, Atharva, Yajur. So the Sama Veda has very beautiful poems, very beautiful tunes and poems. And in that Sama Veda, there is a certain poem called Brihad Sama, which has very nice evening tune. So among this Veda, the best is Sama Veda. And in that Sama Veda hymns, Krishna said that he is Brihad Sama. Okay, and this song is played by various devas. Okay, so it is mentioned that it has exquisite melody and sung at midnight. Midnight. Okay, so that is philosophical truth. Now we have Vedic mantra. So we are all after mantra. What mantra is best for this age? What mantra is best for me to get this? What mantra is best for me to get that? So here Krishna said, among the vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Among the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. This is in chapter 10, text 25. He said, among vibration, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names. Okay, right, fine. After that is Vedas, I am the Sama Veda. So remember, I said among the Vedas, the best is Sama Veda, and that is Krishna. And in that Sama Veda, the beautiful hymns is called Brihad Sama, that is Krishna. So it is the best in all the broad categories. Okay, so let's say we are not able to do level 2. So yeah, this is already covered here. Okay, so I hope you all remember all these 6 the opulence. Okay, what's the time now? Oh, 9:35. All right, so this is why you should understand why it is mentioned as Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, not Sri Krishna Uvacha. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay. All right, so the conclusion is, thus Krishna has listed various objects or groups of living entities and states that he is their essence or the chief member of each group. So this is how we want to remember Krishna. Remember, that is Arjuna's question. How can I remember you? In what forms I can think of you? Okay, remember Krishna said, I'm going to tell you only the prominent one because my opulence is limitless. And there is a closure verse touching on that. He says this. Can somebody read this 10.42? Manali Mataji, are you there?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Bhagavad Gita 10.42.
Thank you, Mataji. And this is how great God is. All right, with a single fragment, he can support everything. Okay, but the more we know about him, it also increases our devotion. So when you're chanting, you can think a lot of things about him. So this is how we engage our mind. So when you see things, oh, when you drink water after a thirsty day, you want to drink water. Oh, Krishna says, I'm the taste of water. When there's sun shining on you, oh, Krishna says he's the sun or a light of the sun. And there's moon shining brightly in the sky, and they say, oh, Krishna says he's moon. So like this, yeah, these are the examples we can think of Krishna. Because ultimately, how we can perfect our life is always think of Krishna and never forget him. Always remember Krishna, never forget him. So I'm going to keep this recap for tomorrow. All right. So hopefully you remember. That's about it for today. Okay. Seeing Krishna everywhere. This is important. All right. Thank you, everyone. Any questions? Did anybody follow the Kirtan Mela on the